let's understand the calculate function in Power BI. So calculate function is exactly like sum if, average if and average if in Excel, because Excel contains these formulas based upon certain condition. Now calculate can be used much dynamically. For example, if we want to calculate the total quantity sold in any column, then we can filter that total quantity sold based upon product price, where the price is more than 50. So if the product price is more than 50, then only the product quantity sold would be added. So this is a conditional calculate methodology, which is like sum ifs or average ifs in Excel. So let's go into the live environment in Power BI and understand this in more deep. So this is our Power BI model. Inside that, let's go to our measures table and let's create one measure of I can say total order quantity, where the price is more than 50. So we click on here and we are going to create a measure. So order quantity, where price is more than 50, or instead of writing big name, we can write it like high priced product quantity. And let's use the calculate function. Inside calculate, we want to get the total of our quantity, so we press our parenthesis and we got our already calculated measure. So we want the quantity sold, and this should be calculated based upon a condition, and condition is like product price, and the price is inside our I can say product price lookup table, and this price should be greater than 50. If this is true, then the high price product quantity would be shown. So let it get loaded. Once this is loaded, let's bring the same into our I can say metric, and inside our metric you can see that our high priced products quantity is equal to 2357, which means that out of 7890 quantities which we sold, 2357 quantities are having price more than 50. And there is an important insight here as well, that blazers are sold in the price range more than 50, however suits are not sold in the price range more than 50. So using the calculate function, we can do these specific things. Let's go and understand this in more deep through another example. So let's create another measure which calculate the returns for our product jeans. So if I go to our table here, inside that our product subcategories is mentioned, and one of the product subcategory which is unique in the subcategory key is our jeans here. So if we go to our report view again, let's go and create another measure, and we click on new measure here. Once we do that, wait for a second, let's again click here. Now let's write its name as return for jeans, and we want to calculate the total quantity. So we say the return quantity is already created here, so this return quantity is here. Now we want to filter it based upon the jeans, so we can write the name subcategory, and inside subcategory the name should be written as jeans, which means that it will go to subcategories, see the name as jeans, bring it to our return quantity formula and see what matches to jeans, and based upon that only jeans quantity would be shown. So if we press enter, the return quantity for jeans has been calculated. Now let's bring it to our metric, and this is showing on our metric here on the right side. But wait, you can see that there is some anomaly or some problem with the return quantity of genes here. Why this is happening? Because on the left it's a filter by product, or I can say subcategories here, and on the top of it we created another filter using the calculate function to show these details. So when the two filters are already there, always the filter through the calculate will be superseding. So we cannot show the subcategory item here, and based upon that again the returns for the same line item which is on left. So if you go here, you can see that jeans is here, which is a subcategory, and the calculate function is also calculating the returns for jeans, so it won't be functioning like this. So you always need to remember that calculate function will always supersede the previous filters. So instead of jeans, let's do one thing here. Let's bring the, I can say, territory key, and let's bring our country here, and inside that let's convert it to table first, or I can say metric. So there are three different countries, which continents which we mentioned, and let's do one thing. Let's add the data of I can say our return quantity for jeans. So we add the values here for return quantity. Now you can see that this is showing a correct picture, that in Europe 13 quantity of returns for jeans has been done, in North America 15 quantity has been done, and in Pacific 8 has been done. Also we can further drill down for the country specific returns, then it will show the correct result. However, if you are filtering through the jeans here, which is a subcategory, and on the left you are filtering again with the subcategory, then there will always be a conflict. So you need to be very much cautious and aware about the functionality of calculate, and I hope you understood this basic concept about calculate, and thank you so much for watching.